Welcome to yoga. Today we're going to do forward bends. So you will need a block or two and a strap. So come into your favorite centering pose, seated or supine. Get comfy. Close your eyes. Bring your awareness inside. Scan your body. As you go, release any tension that you might feel, tightness, especially around your scalp, your jaw, your face, shoulders, common places where we hold tension. Your neck, your shoulders, your belly. Just begin to release. Forward bends are stretches of the back body. So from the pose we're moving toward, Paschimottanasana, is intense stretch of the west, which is in yoga the back body. All the way, it stretches everything from the plantar fascia in the bottom of your feet, all the way the Achilles tendon, your calves, backs of your thighs, your hamstrings, your glute muscles, your hips, even your inner leg, inner thigh muscles, and the muscles of your back, shoulders, all the way up the neck, all the way up to the crown of your head. So we'll be warming up and moving through some simple forward bends, just warming up and stretching those muscles in the backs of our bodies. So just notice all your muscles and anywhere that feels tight. And as you bring your awareness to your breath, begin gently to extend and lengthen your breath, deepen it, and on the inhale, feel your body lengthen and expand, and on the exhale, release, soften. So as we move into forward bends, each inhale will focus on really lengthening the spine, and the exhale softening, releasing hamstrings and the muscles on the back of the body, just gently allowing them to release so you can get deeper into a forward bend. So right now, start with your breath. Think about that 3-part breath, soft belly, breathing deep so that your belly rises and your torso expands up through the rib cage, front, side, back if you're not lying down, all the way up to your collarbones. And then the exhale releases in the opposite direction. At the end of the exhale, your belly pulls back, making it a complete exhale. So just for a few moments, stay with that 3-part breath, pranayama of lengthening, deepening, evening out your breath. So consciously breathing into the bottom of your lungs, not overfilling, just filling. And then exhaling deeply just as long. Exhale is maybe even more important than the inhale. And just not allowing tension to accumulate, noticing if your face is getting tense. Just relax, make this pranayama the middle way, not over-efforting or under-efforting. Just comfortable. A couple more deep, slow, even breaths. Stay with the movement of your body, how the breath moves in your body. One more. And then release your pranayama, but stay with that slow, deep, even breath. Create an intention for your practice. Positive affirmation, something you'd like to take away. Repeat that a few times in your mind. Seal it into your heart space. And let it go. Visit it as you need to help you focus during practice. And we will begin practice today on our backs. So come on over into a supine position. Have your strap and block handy, the side of your mat. So especially the strap, we're going to need the strap pretty soon. So supine position, lengthen out your legs, arms by your side, hands palms down. Flex your feet, and on an inhale, lift your arms up overhead, back toward the mat. Exhale, pull your belly in, bring your right knee into your chest, squeeze it in. Inhale, lengthen the right leg, arms up overhead. Exhale, left leg comes into the chest, left knee comes into the chest, squeeze it in. So just simple, moving with your breath. Inhale, lengthens arms, legs. Exhale, alternate knee into chest. Slow, deep breathing, slow movements, mindful. And now as you continue, option on the exhale to bring your upper body, your chest, toward your knee. And the next time you come to an exhale, bring both knees into your chest, Apanasan. Take hold around your thighs or shins. Rock right and left. So this is a supine forward bend. A forward bend is any time your front body comes together. You can lift here if you want. And then come back down and bring your bent knees over your hips. And we're going to begin some slow bicycles. So inhale, the right leg goes up, reaches out as the left knee comes towards your chest. So big bicycle circles with your legs, moving slowly. Engage your core. Pressure low back toward the mat, navel in and up. Keep breathing. Shoulders are on the mat. Reach out with the leg that's moving forward. Flexing and extending your hips. Then pause and begin to bicycle backwards. So move the straight leg away and up. And the other leg into your chest. Keeping your core engaged. And then draw both knees into your chest again. Rock on your sacrum. You can make some circles with your knees around your hips if you want, just warming up your hips. And then take hold of your belt. Stretch your left leg long. Bring your right knee into your chest and put the strap or belt around the ball of your right foot, holding on to one edge of the strap with each hand. Keep your shoulders on the mat. Now, the one way of the pose is to hold with your big toe with your hand, but see how my shoulders are coming off the mat? So you can use the strap just to make sure your shoulders stay down on the mat. Many people feel their hamstrings are tight, and that is going to restrict your forward bending. So we're going to stretch them out here. So press up through the bottom of your foot. Now point your toes and stretch up with just your toes, like you're trying to touch the ceiling with your toes. And keep breathing. Just reach that leg, toes up, toes pointed up, reach up. And now bringing the toes toward your shin and reach the heel, just the heel, up toward the ceiling. So that's a stretch from the whole bottom of your foot through your Achilles tendon all the way up your hamstrings. Reach, reach, reach. Keep breathing. And then bring your foot just back to a flat foot, reaching up. Take a hold of keep holding the strap once in each hand. Inhale, lengthen up through the bottom of your foot. Exhale, perhaps bring that leg a little closer to your chest. Each inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, perhaps release some in your hamstrings on the back. Very small movements. Your leg might move a millimeter. Don't force it. Just let it come when it's ready. Now take both ends of the strap in your right hand, left arm out to the side, shoulder height. Let your right leg move off to the right. Keep your left hip on the mat. Feel the stretch in your adductor muscles on the inside of your right thigh. Only go as far as you can without letting your left hip come off the mat. Doesn't matter how far you go. You're getting the stretch when you can feel the stretch. You don't have to get it to the floor. Continue to lengthen out through your right foot and keep your left leg active as well. And then inhale, come back up, change your straps into your left hand, cross your right leg over your body toward the left. Again, keeping your right hip on the mat. It's not going to go as far this side, or it might not. And now the stretch is in the outer leg. Remember, lengthen on the inhale, soften, release on the exhale. And then inhale, bring that leg back. Bring your knee into your chest. Take the strap away. Lengthen out your right leg. Bring your left knee into your chest, and we'll repeat the sequence on the other side. So, set up with the strap around the ball of your foot, shoulders on the mat. Activate your right leg, so right foot is flexed, pressing lightly into the mat. Left foot, bottom of your left foot reaches toward the ceiling. Then point your left toes and stretch your toes to the ceiling. So your heel comes toward the back of your leg, toes reach up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Now stretch your heel up, toes come toward your shin. They're not going to come as far toward your shin. So lengthen up all through the back of your left leg. Bottom of the foot, your Achilles tendon, your calf muscles, your hamstrings. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, exhale. Soften a little bit. Maybe the leg comes a little toward your chest. You want the stretch to be in the belly of the muscle, not where the muscle attaches to the joint or the bone. So if you feel it at those places, you need to back off a little bit. Okay, now flat foot. Reach it up. Couple more breaths. Inhale, the whole bottom of the foot reaches up. Exhale. See if the hamstrings can release a little bit. Keep a little bend in your knee. If you hyperextend your knee, that's going to block your energy flow. And then bring your left knee into your chest. Remove the strap, but keep it handy. Bend your knees. Feet on the mat, hip distance apart, and just press into your feet and tap on the back of your pelvis a few times. Just tap it, and then press your feet away and massage, rock kind of back and forth on your pelvis. Then cross your ankles and rock up to sitting. Easy cross-legged position. Sit with a tall spine right in your sit bones, so seated mountain. Inhale, bring your arms out to the side and make goalpost arms. So keep your elbows in line with your shoulders. And then exhale, bring your palms together in front of your face. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, keep your arms at right angles. And then the next time you inhale your arms to goalposts, this time exhale, bring your palms down and toward the back. 4 more like that. 2, 3, 4, Okay, then pause there and get your block. Put your block, we're going to come into a pose we did last week, hero's pose. So hero's pose is sitting back on your heels between your feet. Between. So if your buttocks can't come to the mat without, use a block to sit on the block. And you can have it on any height. I'm going to put it on the higher height. Okay, so your feet are, bottoms of your feet, soles of your feet are up behind you. So this is stretching the front of our thighs, the quads. And then inhale, bring your arms out to side goal post. Bring the right arm under the left and bind either your palms or the backs of your hands, or you can take opposite shoulders. So find the right expression of Garudasana or eagle arms. Lift your elbows up and bring your hands away from your face. And just keep, inhale, nice tall spine. Broad back. And unwrap your arms, roll your shoulders back a few times, and we'll do the other side. Inhale, arms out. Exhale, left under right. Take your bind. It can be different on this side. Elbows lift up, hands move away. Spine is tall, lengthen up as you inhale. And unwind your arms, roll your shoulders back a few times. And come around to all fours. Set up with your wrists under your elbows, knees under your, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to do a few rounds of cat-cow. So inhale, spinal extension. Exhale, flexion. So just in time to your own breath, entering gradually, getting a little deeper each time. So this is spinal extension and flexion. It's not that forward bends are not the same as spinal flexion and extension. Forward bends are bringing the front of your body closer. So depending on your alignment, your body, your posture, that means different things to different people. And the next time you come to just come to neutral, tabletop, flat back, lengthen out through the crown of your head, the soles of your feet. Inhale here, exhale, round your back, come back into child's pose, deep forward bend here. And then inhale back to tabletop, exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. So these are forward bends. Earth salutation. Inhale brings you to tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Front of the body is coming together. And child's pose. And downward facing dog. Your chest is moving toward your thighs. One more. next time you come to down dog, pause there. Take a deep bend in your knees. Lengthen your spine up. Bring your sit bones strongly up toward the sky. Your head and neck are soft and loose. Shoulder blades together on the back. And then bend your knees even more and walk your hands up to your back to your feet, or your feet up to your hands, and come into Uttanasana, standing forward bend. So let your knees be deeply bent, your chest right down, our belly right down on your thighs. So this is how we're going to come in safely to our forward bends, with bent knees. And then inhale, come up halfway, strong flat back, lengthen out 2 directions. Exhale, fold. A couple more times like that. Inhale, lengthen, half lift. Exhale, Uttanasana. One more. Forward fold. And then press strongly into your feet. Come all the way up. Reach up. Palms together right down to your heart space, and come into Tadasana, the Ah pose. So build your mountain pose. So balance through the 4 corners of your feet, spread your toes, broad foot base, Pada Bandha. Press down into your feet, send the energy right up your legs, kneecaps lift. Slight tuck in the tailbone, but don't contract your buttocks. Shoulders up, back down. Palms forward, spread your finger base, spread your hands, Hasta Bandha, and lengthen up through the crown of your head. Close your eyes if you're balancing okay. Let go of any extra effort. Relax your face, your jaw, your neck. Every exhale, let your shoulders come together on the back. Chest is open. Shoulders melt together down from your ears. I'm going to take several breaths here. Slow, deep, even breath. Come back to your breath. Feel Sthira Sukham, stability and ease. In our forward bending postures, we're going to emphasize the Sukham, the ease part of it. Just relaxing into our forward bends. A few more breaths. And then open your eyes, spread your feet perhaps a little bit wider apart. And we're going to do some lateral bends. So inhale, lengthen up, palm bases spread. Exhale to the right. Inhale up, exhale to the left. Nice smooth stretch all the way up the side body. Continue to reach out through your hands and down through that outer foot especially. Moving right to the side so you're not coming forward or back. Last time. And then come back to mountain. We'll do a few rounds of half sun moving through chair. So inhale, arms come up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward. Inhale up, chair, any arms you want. Exhale all the way up and around. A few more, just like that. Time to your own breath. Two-breath vinyasa. Half sun. Really mindful movement. Stay with your sensations, stay with your breath. And then come back to center, pause. Take a few breaths. Feel the energy. And we're going to do a little balance here. So let the weight come into your left foot. Take your right foot and cross it over the left. Try to get the toes as close together as you can. So bend your right knee a little bit. And we're going to forward bend over this foundation. So come forward. This is a little balancy right here. Your hands can come to a block or the mat. Take a few breaths here. Notice where you feel the stretch. At the back of the back leg. Hamstring stretch. Your front leg can bend a little bit. Now keeping your hands on the mat, uncross your legs and take the right leg up and back, standing split. So your weight is in your hands and your left foot, and you're reaching back and up through your right leg. And then bring your right foot down. Come on back up. Pedal out your feet a little bit. Take any movement. And then go to the other side. So this time the weight comes in. So the left foot comes over the right. Take a bend in the left knee as needed. Come fold forward over your crossed feet. Hands to a block or the mat. Let gravity pull down your spine. Stretch up the back of the right leg. Then uncross your feet and lift the left leg up and back. Reach it up and out. Keep a micro bend in your right knee. You don't want to hyperextend. And then bring that leg down. Turn to face the long edge of your mat. Step your feet wide apart. Toes maybe either straight or a little bit pigeon-toed. Hands on your hips, lengthen up. Spread your toes, press evenly into your feet. Thighs are moving in. And then lengthen out, 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 out. Come to a half lift. This is wide leg forward bend, Prasarita Padottanasana. Lengthen out through the crown of your head. Now this is a good place to have a block. Come down, you want to get as much flexion in your hips as you can. And when you're down as far as you can, then you can round forward, letting your head come down, hands to the mat or a block. Your feet might go out a little further. Take a little dog, let's see, dog tilt of the pelvis, so your tailbone is tilt, not tuck. Each inhale, let your spine get long. Exhale, maybe come down a little more. Belly in. And inhale, come back to a half lift. Long spine, strong back. Bring your hands out to the side or to your hip, the waist, and inhale all the way up. Step your feet back together. And come to the front edge of your mat. Again, have your blocks kind of nearby. So start with your feet hip width apart and take a step back, keeping your toes pointing straight ahead. So not as far back as you would do for Warrior One, but this is a closed hip posture. So we're moving into Parsvottanasana. So you want your hips to be square. Don't hyperextend your front knee. So keep a little micro bend in the front knee. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, bring your hands either prayer position behind your back or holding opposite elbows. Once again, inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, come forward through your hips. Keeping your chest open, shoulder blades on the back. You can bring your hands down to the blocks. So feel the stretch in the back of your hamstrings on your left leg. Keep bringing your left hip back and your right hip forward. Once you get as much fold in the hips, if it's available to you, you can round down over your left leg. Do not force it. It's not right for everybody. Depends on the flexi in your hamstrings. Each inhale, lengthen. Each exhale, perhaps the belly comes more toward the thigh. But you don't want rounding in the back to give you the forward fold. So just come down as far as you can without rounding your back. And then inhale, come back up. Bring your left foot up to meet your right. Take any movement you need and we'll go to the other side. So this time, left foot goes back. Toes are pointing forward. Both legs are straight, but there's a micro bend in your right, just a little bit, so you don't lock it back. Start by long spine. Inhale. Exhale. Find your arm position. Your hands can be on your waist too. So, and then hinge forward at your hips, lengthening as you go forward, belly in. And then hands to your leg or blocks. And each inhale lengthens. Exhale, perhaps your upper body comes forward a little more. So rounding in your thoracic and cervical spine is okay. You don't want to have a lot of rounding in your lumbar, down low. So as you hold, See if you can find that ease, that exhale, that release. The hamstrings release and let you go a little more. And inhale, bring your left foot forward and come on up. Inhale, arms up. Let's do a half sun. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Now step your legs back, feet back into downward facing dog. And then on an inhale, bring your knees to the mat. Bring your hips back over your heels into child's pose for rest. So just rest your head on the mat or your elbows. Just as quickly as you can, just release everything right down into child's pose. Just let it go. Sink into the mat. Feel the breath opening the back of your rib cage as your front body is compressed. So forward bends, this forward bend is it's called child's pose because this is the way you are in your mother's womb. So curled up all together like this. So they're very calming and allow you inward, looking inward, because all your sense organs are in the front of your body, so those are blocked off. So it allows you to look inside, to be calm and supported, not to compare to other people or to get things from the outside. You're looking for what you can get from your inside. Okay, then come back up from child's pose and swivel around so you're in a seated position. Have your strap nearby, and you very well might want to sit on a block. So here we go. We're going to start with Dandasana, but you can start on your block for Dandasana too. Sitting on a prop is very helpful, especially if you have tight hamstrings, because it gives you a little head start on tilting that pelvis forward. So don't hesitate to sit on a block or a blanket or whatever. So Dandasana, legs out in front, feet are flexed, tall spine. You can use your hands next to you to kind of give you a little help on straightening your spine. So bring the toes back toward your shin so that stretches. So this is a forward bend because the legs and the chest are not, they're coming together. So just close your eyes here. Take a few slow, deep, even breaths. This looks like a really easy pose, but it's not. You'll notice the muscular and energetic effort it takes to keep your spine straight. And just notice where you're feeling it. I feel it in my thighs. Now take your strap, and I'm going to put the strap around both feet. You're going to bend your knees first. And we're going to go gradually into Paschimottanasana, intense stretch of the west. So the west is the back body. So you're going to have your heels on the mat. Hold on to the strap. Lengthen up your spine, but have your belly, your chest touching your thighs. Okay, so you're leaning forward with a straight spine, not a lengthening up and forward, not rounding in your low back. So inhale there, and then gradually, each exhale, you're going to slide your heels out, keeping your chest or tummy on your thighs, touching your thighs. So the flexion is happening in your hips, not your low back. So keep lengthening, tilting your pelvis. Pelvis is going forward. If you're sitting on a block or something, that's going to help you out. And then when you feel if you feel your low back rounding, then you stop and you stay right there. And for a few breaths, inhale, lengthen the spine. Always lengthen on the inhale. Exhale. You might be able to straighten your legs a little more. But it doesn't matter how straight they get or how bent they stay. It's where you can keep the right relationship between your spine and your lower body, not hurt your low back. And you want to feel the stretch again in the body of the muscle, not in your joint area, not in the back of the knee or the back of the pelvis. And consciously think on the exhale of release and soften on the back of your body. Might be able to round all the way over. This is not the goal. This is just an option if your body feels right with this. And then take the strap away. And spread your legs out in a V. So this is wide-legged forward bend, Upavista Konasana. So here you can start with your knees bent again to make sure your knees are not out to the side. They're pointing up and your feet are pointing up, toes are pointing up. Same thing, inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, as you come forward, your legs might slide out to a little straighter. Just watch your knees, make sure that your legs don't flop out. Hands can come in front of you. Spine is straight, low back is not curving. And again, each inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Perhaps come forward a little bit, keeping the length, stretching, allowing the hamstring release to let you come forward, not a rounding in the low back. Keep your feet active. Toes pointing up, knees pointing up. And again, if you can come forward to put your head on a block or your hands. Find a place where you can feel that comfort, that ease, and you can totally relax into the posture. And then inhale, walk yourself back up. Bring your feet together and come on over onto your back for a bridge pose, which is a compensation for the forward bends. So first, bring your knees into your chest. Hug them in, Apanasana. One last forward bend here. Just rock on your sacrum. Massage your low back. And then bring your feet to the mat and just do a few dynamic bridges. So inhale, arms up, hips up, exhale down. Just gentle. And then lengthen out your right leg. Come a little bit over onto your right hip and bring your left knee over your right, arms out shoulder height. So supine twist. Just inhale. Exhale, release. Couple more breaths. And then back to center. Straighten out your left leg. Bring your right knee across. Right arm out, shoulder height. Keep your shoulders on the mat. Notice difference in your hips, your sides. Remember, no judging. This is your body, your wonderful body that allows you to do a whole yoga practice. Have gratitude for that, not judgment. And then inhale, come back to center. Once more, bend your knees and just press into your feet to tap your back, lower back on the mat, and then maybe push away, and massage it that way. I love that little massage. And then come into Shavasana. So find, if you need another movement or pose, go ahead and do that. And then move into your favorite Shavasana. Symmetrical, comfortable, and the least possible effort. Once you find your, what do they call that? Your, now I can't remember it. Your happy place. Your happy place. Close your eyes if that's comfortable, and just surrender. Feel your support. Feel your breath. Your body will breathe itself. Nothing to do, nothing to think about. Just give your body a chance to integrate all the movements of practice of your introspective forward bends. Just let your back body integrate the wonderful stretching it got today. Hour of slow, deep, even breathing. Just surrender to this moment, to each moment. Gently bring your awareness back to the space. Awaken your body slowly. Small movements in your fingers, your toes. And then gradually bring yourself over onto your side. Just staying inside, noticing how your body feels, any sensations, emotions, thoughts. After practice, perhaps noticing any benefits that you've received from practice. Reconnecting with your breath, slow, deep, even. And then use your arms to bring yourself up to a comfortable seat. Tall spine, eyes closed. Take a nice deep 3-part breath, letting the breath go to the bottoms of your lungs, belly rises all the way up to your collarbones, and exhaling, slow, deep, complete. Bring your hands, palms together at your heart space, and bow to your efforts in forward bending today. And taking time to stretch and strengthen your back body, front body, whole body. Perhaps look inward a little bit, not comparing to the person next to you or anything external, but just listening to your own inner wisdom, your own body that never lies to you. And I thank you for coming to yoga today. And I see the light and the teacher in each of you. Namaste. Thanks for coming to yoga. I don't know if you'll be able to notice, but my phone fell over right in the middle of practice, and I will have to try to edit that little bit out. So I hope it's not too disruptive. But anyway, I'll see you next week. Bye.